In September, I worked with Converse on a fashion show for my brand. At the time, it was a dream come true. Now they have ripped off my entire branding. As you guys know, my branding for years has been Dear Love, Kelly, like a love letter. Leading up to my show, I showed the head of partnerships everything about my brand, all my designs. He follows me on Instagram. He's been following me on Instagram for over a year. Mock-ups of Love, Kelly on Converse shoes. I literally have Chuck Taylors that I made in the Converse store that say Love, Kelly on them. All the handwriting, the fonts. I showed all this to the team about what my clothing is, what my brand is. I even remember leading up to my runway show, I'm walking through Soho with the head of partnerships at Converse right after we checked out the store space, and he stops and says, "You have a comma in the middle of your logo?" And I explained it to him. Yeah, it's like the signature at the bottom of a love letter, like the Dear Love, Kelly. So I'm explaining this whole idea to him. Oh, it's like a love letter, Dear Love, Kelly at the bottom. And so we're standing there in Soho, and he's like, "Oh wow, that's so cool." In that show, all of my branding was worn. Dear concept with Love, Kelly. Fast forward 5 months, next thing you know, Converse releases this 2025 campaign identical to everything about my brand. So I start getting tagged by my followers on posts of this campaign. So I go to the Converse Instagram page and I look in their bio, and they put Love, Chuck in their Instagram bio exactly the same way that it's in mine. After I just worked with them, Love Kelly, just worked with them. And then now you pop out Love, Chuck. The Dear, Love, Chuck, directly after I just worked with them, Love Kelly. Same presentation, same department that I worked with, same people that run the campaign. And they had never introduced this concept until they work with me in September, and now all of a sudden they dropped this campaign, Love Chuck, released all over everything. And this is the same people in the same department that just worked with me on this Love Kelly fashion show in the Converse store. How was this never introduced into any of their marketing before this? And then you work with a kid, Love, Kelly, with the Dear Love Kelly. And then now you pop out Love, Chuck in the same exact font, same presentation, same department with the exact same branding, just replaced with Chuck. Don't you think if the campaign already existed, he would have said, that's so interesting. This kid that I just found who reached out to me randomly and is a small creator has an identical campaign to the campaign that we're about to release in 2025, 5 months from now. No, they didn't say that. It was as if they had never seen this before. I'm literally looking at Instagram, looking at these posters all over New York, and they have a campaign that they're rolling out. Everything that I've shared, it's the same, even the same font. I'm just gonna take a second and show you guys how exact it is. Look, this is mine, Love Kelly. You could go back years, and now theirs. And look at what the partnerships department is having these creators do as a partnerships campaign directly after I just worked with them, Love Kelly. Converse has been a brand since 1908, and they've never once dropped Love, Chuck or the Dear Love, Chuck. Then they work with me in September, Love, Kelly, whose entire brand happens to be a love letter and the signature at the bottom of a love letter. And then all of a sudden, they just miraculously come up with Love, Chuck and the Dear concept with Love, Chuck together as a love letter. For the first time since 1908, they're working with Love, Kelly. Why did you not release this in all of the years from 1908 until you met me? Love has been a word forever. And people have been writing love letters forever. Why did you never introduce this love letter concept and the signature Love Chuck at the bottom into any of your branding until you worked with me in September? To those of you who have tagged me on these posts and said that this branding is biting my entire brand after I worked with them, I appreciate you. You guys are honestly the ones that gave me the courage to make this video. Honestly, the last thing that I ever wanted to do was have to make a video like this. Getting that Converse cosign and them letting me do that runway show in their store, that was like the greatest moment of my life and career at that point. And this is a brand that I've loved since I was a kid. It felt like everyone who had slept on me or not given me opportunity was wrong because this massive corporation was giving me this opportunity. And then to have it all crash down and have everything that I've put my heart into just be put out by them. Everyone now that sees my stuff, it looks like maybe I copied them. It's devastating, you know? If you see Converse posting the Dear whoever, Love, Chuck, with this partnership campaign, if you could just tag me that it's biting my whole entire brand after I worked with them, that would really mean the world to me. I really, really appreciate the people who have already done that, but if you guys could help me by doing that and just spreading awareness about this situation, it would go a long way for me. Thank you for watching this. Younger me would have wanted me to make this video, you know, so it feels important to say it, you know, so thank you for watching. Appreciate it.